All right, well, let's go for another math lesson. All right, today we are doing lesson 12.6. We only have 5 math lessons left for the whole year, well, for 4th grade math. So we are doing metric units of length. So we've already done U.S. customary units of length, and now we're going to metric units. This is what pretty much the rest of the world uses outside the U.S., and it's actually so much easier than the U.S. system. So I'm going to teach you something that you'll use this year and next year and the year after that. So these are all of the metric units, okay? And how people remember them is King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. So if you can remember King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk, you will be able to do any metric conversion. You can make up your own too if you don't like King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. But in 4th grade, we don't actually focus on the King Henry died part. We just ignore that. You don't learn that till 5th grade. But we do focus on unusually drinking chocolate milk. So the U, unusually, stands for unit, because you could use this for meters or liters when we use different units. So today we're focusing on meters, okay? Because we're doing length. So the U stands for meters, died, decimeters, drinking, decimeters, chocolate, centimeters, milk, millimeters. So we're focusing on unusually drinking chocolate milk. So what is cool about the metric system is that it goes by 10. So from meters to decimeters, that's times 10. Decimeters to centimeters, that's times 10. Centimeters to millimeters, that's times 10. Everything is times 10, which is awesome because it makes everything so simpler. Because it's so easy to times by 10, 100, and 1,000. All you're doing is adding zeros. It's so easy. So, what I want to point out is if we're going from meters to decimeters, that's times 10. But say we're going from meters to centimeters, that's times 10 times 100. We add a 0 every time our finger moves down. If we want to go from meters to millimeters, that's times 10 times 100 times 1,000. So every time we have to slide over one, we're timesing by 10, 100, 1,000. We're always adding a 0. And today we're just multiplying. We aren't dividing. So that's awesome. Just multiplying again like we were doing before. So something else I want to tell you that 1 meter, okay, if you have like a 1 meter stick, a decimeter is 1/10 of that. 1/10 of that meter, or 0.1. A centimeter is 1/100th of that meter stick. So if you have a meter stick, every 100th part of it is a centimeter. And then a millimeter is 1/1000 of that meter stick. So, it's all cool because it's in 10. So let me show you how easy this is to do. Let's look at our first problem. Our UTP. Oh my gosh, we didn't do that I can statement. Let me pause. I can compare length. Now try it with enthusiasm, however you would like. So sorry about forgetting that. All right, now let's do the UTP. So 2 meters, M stands for meters, 2 meters equals blank centimeters. So watch how easy this is. We go to meters on our chart, and we go to centimeters, we move 10, 100, because we moved over 2. So all we're doing is timesing by 10 times 100. So all we need to do is take our 2 meters, and times it by 100. We could do 2 times 100. 2 times 1 is 2, and add 2 zeros. 200. Easy. Okay, let's try it again. All right, we have 3 centimeters equals blank millimeters. So we go up here. Here's our centimeters, and here is our millimeters. We go whoop, 1 to the right. So we multiply by 10 every time. We only move once, so multiply by 10. So 3 times 10 is 30. Oh my gosh, so easy. Okay, fabulous. Let's go to our next page of examples. And if you guys look in your notes section, you will see this chart. So don't worry if you don't have it, but always just remember we're focusing on usually drinking chocolate milk. Okay? All right. Now let's go over here. We have 5 decimeters equals blank centimeters. So I start at decimeters and I'm going to centimeters. I go whoop just once. So that's times by 10 because it's just one time. So 5 times 10 is 50. All right. Down here we have 4 meters equals blank decimeters. So we start at meters. Whoop, there's meters. And we're going to decimeters. We go whoop, 1 to the right. That's just times 10. So 4 times 10 is 40. All right, I just want to clarify before I do the next 2 problems that anytime you go whoop to the ones, it's times 10. Another whoop times 100. Another whoop times 1,000. So however many you go over, you add another 0. Okay? All right. So these last 2 are a little different. You're going to see about 3 or 4 problems on here on your homework that looks just like this. So this one's actually the opposite. For this time, we're going from a smaller unit to a bigger unit. So we're going from 65 centimeters to meters. So centimeters to meters, that's actually going the opposite way. But we aren't going to divide. It's actually much simpler than that. We're going to just say, oh, okay, I know that centimeters is 1/100th of a meter, right? It's 1/100th. So we're instead of the 1, we're going to put 65 over 100, okay? Right, if we have 65 centimeters on a meter stick, they're 1/100th of it, so we just take our 65, put it on top, and we know that centimeters are out of 100, so we put 100. So 65 over 100. It's going to ask you to write this 2 ways. If you remember, 65 over 100 we can also write as a decimal, 65 hundredths. And if you remember, 65 hundredths looks like 0.65. 65 hundredths, 65 over 100. Hopefully that's coming back. But yeah, the ones that are asking you to convert to meters, you have to think decimeters 1/110th, centimeters 1/100th, and meters, millimeters is 1/1000th. And I'll put that on, remember that's on Google Classroom, so if you need it. All right, our last one. 7 decimeters equals blank meters. So they're asking us for meters again. So you have to look. How much is a decimeter of a meter? It's 1/10th of a meter. So we just take our 7 and we put it over 10. 7/10ths. And then we have to make that a decimal. If you remember, 7/10ths as a decimal is just 0.7. It's in the tenths place. 7/10ths. All right, guys, that's it. All we're doing is timesing by either 10, 100, or 1,000. It just depends how many times you move over, or you're telling on these like problems like this, what part of a meter is it? Is it 1/10th, 1/100th, or 1/1000th? So nothing too complicated. If you can multiply by 10, 100, 1,000, you are going to be golden. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. I miss you. I'll see you soon, I hope. All right, bye guys.